women can have sex just like men. This right here is the most dangerous lie that feminism has sold to millions of women.
Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here, back on another one for you. So guys, we can all admit the last 70 years of this whole feminist experiment has been an absolute disaster. Absolute train wreck, right? And guys, these boomer chicks, Gen X, millennials, all these chicks are out here trying to work. They're broke as a joke, and they're figuring out,
you've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
These feminists lied to them, right? They said that these chicks can be out here doing everything men can do, right? That they can go out and bang a whole bunch of dudes, have bastard kids, right? And there's gonna be nothing but positive outcomes. We all know that that's BS. Guys, some of these chicks are actually waking up, you know, and realizing that they've been lied to. You know how I know? Because guys, they whine about it on the dumpster fire known as TikTok. So guys, let's go to TikTok and look at some of these dunderheads, right? Actually admitting that feminism lied. Guys, let's get into this.
I've already pissed off a lot of people, so might as well keep going. Feminism was a scam. Yeah, feminism was a scam to get women into the workforce so they could tax both parents and then indoctrinate your children. You cannot change my mind.
Look at that, guys. See? This is what we've been saying the entire time. It was to get these chicks to be consumers, pay more taxes, and make these corporations richer. And these chicks are so dumb that they actually thought that they were winning, right, guys? They thought that us men were out here getting up and going to work and commuting to the jobs we hate and actually having a good time doing it.
You stupid woman.
Clown world. Guys, look at this. This first comment. You are 100% correct. Industrialists and the government ran the feminist psyop. And the majority of women during the suffragette movement didn't want feminism or what it entailed. Facts. Someone says double the workforce, half the pay, force kids into daycare, just licensed by the government. Look at that. Someone says, yes, there's money to be made with divorce. Facts. Someone says, I always thought that it's because it drops wages. They doubled the workforce and make it so that they didn't have to pay workers. Facts. Look at that, guys. Absolutely insane clown world.
Want to know something wild? Women traded family for a 9-to-5 and then they called it liberation.
Look at that, guys.
Think about it for a second. Our grandmothers prayed for husbands so that they could work hard, raise kids, and build a strong home. That was the dream. Security, love, and purpose. Then feminism came along, told women that being a wife and being a mother is oppressive. So what did we do? We left the home to work for men that don't love us at companies that will replace us the second we get burnt out. That's not freedom. That is slavery in heels. Feminism convinced women that family is a cage and working for a corporate job is empowerment. Tell me this. Why do so many women hit 30, are alone, exhausted, and wondering why they feel so empty? It's because you can't outsmart God's design. No promotion will ever replace a husband that loves you and children who adore you. So no, I'm not anti-woman, I'm pro-woman, and pro-woman enough to tell you the truth. Real freedom isn't in a cubicle or a nurse's station, it's in building a legacy. So go forth and multiply.
Guys, and we can tell by those tattoos, the tattoo on her neck, on her hand, right? The pink hair, that feminism hit her like a meteorite, right, guys? Guys, look at that, guys. Look at that. Even if she is telling the truth, she's cooked. She's cooked, guys. Look at this broad. Look at that, guys. Oh, she actually tries to cover up her tattoos in most of her videos, guys. Look at that. Guys, she's still cooked. And of course, guys, these are the types of chicks, right? That all of a sudden, they find Jesus. Clown world, guys. Look at that. What a joke. What an absolute joke, guys. Insane. Look at this, guys. Feminism versus Christianity, guys. I'm not going to even subject you to this. Look at that, guys. But it's not until they're in their 30s, mid to late 30s, they have the tattoos, right? She just probably let Chad and Tyrone shoot up the club, right? I guarantee she probably has a bastard kid And now she realizes feminism lied and she's going for the Hail Mary, guys. And that's to do this whole conservative, I hate feminism foolishness, right? You know? Look at that clown world.
Women can have sex just like men. This right here is the most dangerous lie that feminism has sold to millions of women. Feminism is always aiming for equality for women, and in many ways they have achieved that. They secured the right to vote, to have financial freedom, as well as the right to work. But as the battles have been won and equality has been achieved, the fervor for more equality has blinded them, where even inequalities that are biologically built in now need to be destroyed. This inequality is most apparent when it comes to sex. Sex is not the same for men and women, and it never can be because of the risks attached for each gender. Pregnancy, assault, and even getting killed are all real possibilities because at the end of the day, men are just stronger and more aggressive. And it's really hard to tell whether a man is going to honor you and take care of you because he's a good man versus a man who's just pretending to be a good man in order to have access to you. Previous generations solved this issue by recognizing sex as something very sacred because it has the power to create life. So they treated a woman's body and trust as inviolate and relegated this union between man and woman to marriage. Why? Because marriage offered a whole bunch of security that a casual encounter just couldn't. There was safety in the contract of marriage. The man was legally bound to his wife as well as to his children and had the societal and financial responsibility for them. This gatekeeping of sex was really effective because it forced men to have to work for that privilege through marriage. They had to prove to be worthy of a woman, to be worthy of someone's daughter. They had to be financially responsible, have a good reputation in their society, and show a willingness to step up to those responsibilities. Now, of course, there were instances of just terrible men pretending to fit the bill, but overall, the system worked really well in protecting women, but more importantly, forcing men to grow up. Now, fast forward to today, where in our society, one of the biggest problems that we're facing is that men seem to be caught up in this perpetual arrested development. Even well into their 40s and 50s, there are these instances of adult toddlers, and cities like San Francisco and New York have turned into Neverland, where people really just don't have to grow up. The combination of dating apps as well as the proliferation of hookup culture has ended that noble act of men courting women and honestly turned sex into a commodity. They have reduced sex down to a meaningless act. The push to have sex like men was aimed to empower women, to help them claim their sexuality and throw off societal expectations. But has it actually helped women? Aimed at freeing women, the sexual revolution has actually freed men to use women, all while telling women to feel empowered by being disposable.
There it is, guys. In other words, guys, to summarize what she said, feminism tricked women into being 304s, right? Why is it that anytime the us red pill guys say this, anytime that we say this, it's
how dare you?
Clown world, right? Look at that. This person's just tricking these chicks into thinking that a career is worthwhile. The hoax of the century. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Look at that. What a joke. You know, guys, these chicks are waking up to this, but for many of them, it's too late. Because probably even this chick here, you know, she was probably letting Chad shoot up the club. Because she said that she went to college, right? Yeah, she has some type of college degree. So you guys know that while she was in college, she was letting Chad shoot up the club. Clown world.
My name is Joy, and I woke up choosing violence this morning because I would like to debunk and explain why feminism is a crock of shit. I can already see the comments of me getting called a pick-me girl for this, so let's just get into it. Number 1, hookup culture getting disguised as empowerment. The sexual liberation of random hookup culture completely goes against female biology because of how we emotionally bond through oxytocin. Hooking up with random people is not empowerment. It's disgusting. And the fact that feminism tells women that they will be liberated after that is an absolute lie. You're not going to feel liberated. You're going to feel like a slut. And that just leads to the spiral culture of I need more, I need to feel sexy, I don't feel wanted or desired, so I'm going to go get it because I can, because I'm a boss-ass bitch. It's a lie. It's a complete, utter lie. Number 2, putting career over having a family. The narrative that traditional roles are oppressive. Like, show me where they're oppressive. Other than maybe the Amish and the people in Utah. What are they called again? Mormons, that's what it is. You can climb the corporate ladder all you want. But true long-term satisfaction in your life comes from strong relationships where people actually care and love you for who you are, having a sense of community, and raising a family.
Whoa, guys, pump the brakes. You guys don't think that I was gonna let that slip, did you? Do the Amish not have a sense of community and gender roles? Guys, whoa, why does she think that the way that the Amish live is oppressive to women, right? That's funny, guys, that for a girl who just spent the last minute and 11 seconds talking bad about feminism, that's kind of a feminist way to think, right, guys? Can you think of any group of people that live more of a traditional lifestyle than the Amish? Right? Is she trying to say that that's not right?
You stupid woman!
Come on.
Pressure that women have to have it all and be that boss woman in the corporate world, it leaves them burned out, okay? Those are the chicks that are walking around 45 that are fat and overweight with their hormones out of whack that look like they are just stressed beyond belief because they've been chasing a lie someone told them would make them feel fulfilled, and it just doesn't. Number 3. Feminism frames men as opponents, not partners. There are 100% bad dudes out there. I mean, like really bad dudes that exert their power and force to get what they want. They're tyrannous. Yes, absolutely. Those guys do exist. But attacking men in general, telling them that their masculinity is inherently toxic, is the most messed up thing on the planet. Men and women are different. Our bodies are different. Our hormones are different. Our brains are different. We are just different. We can be equal, but we can acknowledge our differences and understand that the yin and yang between the sexes is not the problem. It's a good thing. Lord knows we do not need more feminine men. We need more true, strong, masculine, healthy men in society. We could fix a lot of things if that happened. And that ideology that we're in competition with men and not that we complement each other will make your relationships suffer. Feminist women that try to get in relationships with men and have that ideology programmed in their mind carry it into that relationship, and it screws things up. And number 4, last but not least, the promise of total independence. Telling women that they need total independence to feel happiness is just going to lead to pure isolation. And listen, I'm a strong, independent woman, okay? I love just being able to do things on my own and figure it out and problem solve.
And there it is, guys. She's a strong and independent chick, guys. Even the chicks that say feminism lied are still feminists, right? In the same way that these trad cons who claim to be all about Jesus, they're feminists too. This chick is doing the same thing as Tommy Lahren is.
All those things. But I still ask for help. A lot. Because I need it and I acknowledge it. And I go to my community and I go to other people and males in my life that I'm like, hey, can you help me with this? That does not make me weak. That does not make me less because I ask for help. Because I understand that I need it. What's being marketed as freedom to women is just complete disconnection. And I think it's honestly really heartbreaking that so many women are falling for this narrative as if this is the answer that they need or it's going to make them happy. You can be a strong, independent woman without falling for this narrative feministic bullshit. And if you've been really hurt by a guy before, honey, I get it. I understand how this is so attractive, this ideology that this is going to be what frees you and you don't need a guy because screw him. I get it. Trust me. But just because you dated a jerk does not mean you need to go on the rest of your life living through an ideology that will inherently hurt you in the long term. There are good men out there. I promise you. That's all I got to say about that.
Do you see, guys, how even though she says that feminism lied, feminism's so strong that her baseline is feminist, guys? She just went on this whole, 3-minute, 48-second long rant making good points like women shouldn't be whores, right? Fine. But then she said that it's okay to be a strong and independent chick. Guys, come on, right?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So even though they know that feminism's bad, guys, the programming is there. Absolutely insane, guys. Guys, they're cooked. Why would you date in the West, guys? Why? Any moron, any
beta male,
is the one who would actually date in the West. But all right, you guys, if you made it this far, please like, subscribe, drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304s. That's linked in the description. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist. That's gonna bump up here in just a minute. Guys, hit the join button for a membership because I really appreciate you members. And guys, have a good one.